Okay, so it's the next day. Got the seam sealers, had 24 hours to dry, so it's all rock hard and good. So we're gonna get the primer and just get in here and touch up a few spots. I know right there I missed it, and then hit the places where I did body work. Real quick, I'm not even gonna bother pushing it out because I'm literally gonna spray. After I wash it off, I literally just have to spray primer, and then I kind of have to let that dry overnight. So yeah. I didn't record this, so you guys already saw me primering in the last video, but I got it all primered up again. Can never tell where those holes are at, so that's what I was going for. This is still a little bit wavy, but it's a lot better than it was before, so I'm not worried about it. And I'm actually kind of worried about this now that I'm thinking about it, because this being the core support and it bends a lot, I'm afraid all the bond I put on there is going to crack and fall off. If so, I'll have to repaint it. So, but yeah, other than that, all looks pretty good. A little bit more Bondo because I forgot there was a dent right there that I wanted to fix, and I figured since I was fixing that, might as well use the rest of the Bondo I had mixed up and fix a few more things. So I got a little more sanding to do, and I'm not even gonna get to wet sanding tonight. That's probably gonna be tomorrow. But then car should be ready for paint Wednesday. Car is all primered. It's all looking good. Core support is a lot better. It's got like this weird texture again, but that'll come out when sanding. Went ahead. Here's a little bit of a story. So when I got this car, the VIN plate was actually like partially painted silver, so you couldn't even like see the letters next to the VIN or anything. And you know, I was just gonna kind of leave it like that, but it looked horrible. And I even forgot to mask it off yesterday when I was primering, so I painted over that. I'm just painting it black, and what I'm going to do is take some sandpaper and go over the top of the letters to make them light silver, and then clear coat that with the rest of the car once it's painted. Went ahead and painted the little supports that go under the core support black to act as like an accent to the. So I'm gonna call it a night there. Also, I was planning on bringing the engine home for this weekend, but this is just like in the way, taking up space. But the problem is, I've got a bunch of stuff in here I got the blower motor and stuff. I'm keeping the AC and stuff on the hatch, so I really gotta get this car out of here. So that's probably gonna be next video. Or no, sorry, this is getting finished first, but it's been videos on that. We're gonna have to start pulling stuff off that and get it out of here quickly. But yep, I'll see you tomorrow when we wet sand. It's Tuesday, the car is out of the garage, and I might actually paint this tonight, not too sure. But for now, I'm just gonna get the hose and hose the car down and give it some time to dry, about an hour or so, and I'll bring the fan out here to try and speed it up a little bit. Let's do the tar quick wipe down where there's, yeah, this is why we do this. Just all this dust coming off here with it. I don't think this is doing very much, but we got the fan blowing on here. It's pretty much just blowing on the firewall, but that's really the best I can get it. So if that will dry faster, then whatever. You know, I'm spraying this car. I'm gonna go ahead and go pretty heavy on the white. Once again, this car is never really gonna be a show car. I already wasted I could spend like hours trying to get this all cleaned up and for like a perfect paint job, but it's not going to be a perfect paint job. I'm obviously spray painting it. I've already spent a lot more time than I really should have trying to straighten all this out and everything. Got a mosquito. And yeah, so this isn't, it's not going to be a show car. Just like look at these holes and everything. There's tons of imperfections in this, but there's just like, if I was going to build a show car, I'd get like a completely stock 240 with maybe, you know, a little bit of rust on the frame rail, because this is all going to be alright then. But this car is being VQ swapped, and I posted a video about replacing the pinch welds in the firewall where he cut out. You know, it's never going to be a show car. I plan on possibly drifting it, but I just really want to have it as a have fun car. So I just want to let you know, if you guys are cringing at what I'm doing, then I don't really care. I want it to look decent, but not like professional. So also, I'm not going to say this in the rest of the videos, but I am still learning. I'm 15. That was my first car. Like, I bought this car with a seized engine when I was 14. I didn't even know what a seized engine was when I bought it. I bought the car, went out and bought a battery, which I still have back here somewhere. And I went to start up the car, and I was like, oh, must have a bad starter. And the whole engine was like seized up. But, you know, it's a good learning experience. I learned how to weld in this car, learned how to take the 240 apart. I mean, I learned tons of stuff from this car, but I am not a professional by any means in any of this. Not with engine work, not with wiring, not with body work, obviously. I'm learning, so just deal with it. But I'm really excited to get this car running. I really just want to get it out of the garage so my mom can have her garage back. And I want to drive around it, because every time I think I want to get rid of this 240, or like a 240, originally when I had that car, but every time I think I want to get rid of a 240, I just like think of how cool I'll feel driving around sitting right there. I'm just really excited for it, and it's whether you respect it or not, it's my dream. So I'm doing what I enjoy. So it is later in the night now. As you can see, it's dark out there. So I'm not actually going to be using this. I don't really think I'm going to be using this interior harness, because right here, like where the wires go over the hump for the seat, the previous owner actually cut off all this. So there's no wiring for the fuel pump or tail lights or anything like that. And I could go ahead and rewire that, and I might actually try and do that. Just to like play around with it and try and learn something. Obviously, I know nothing about wiring, so that's gonna be interesting if I try and do that. But I just kind of want to go ahead and lay all this in here just to kind of get a visual of where it all goes. So this fuse block down here, this goes in the driver's side footwell, and it actually like bolts up right here and goes in there. And then the rest of the wiring kind of looms up and goes, you know, behind the dash bar, and then just kind of along the whole dash bar along here. And then there's a little centerpiece that comes down here, and aside from that, it's all kind of just easy. And from the part that goes over the footwell, this comes off of there, it comes over along that little hump and plugs into your seatbelt control thing. So just playing around a little bit, seeing where it all goes. I'm not sure if we're going to do that yet. I'm actually going to think about that, because it's either that or pay $200 to get a new one. Or not a new one, but, you know, one that's already put together. So we'll have to see what we're going to do there. But that'll be interesting watching me do that. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at. Also, the engine bay, that's all dry and stuff. That was really good. Not really any runs or anything. I hit it really hard where it's going to be visible, like the wheel wells and the core support and the top of the shock towers there. So I would have gone ahead and cleared it tonight, but it left like this weird white powder on top of it after it dried, and I didn't want to clear over that. So I'm going to wash it off tomorrow and clear it. It is Wednesday, and it looks like it's ready to rain, so that kind of sucks, but hose the car down, trying to get all like the weird dust that it kind of left on it off of it. If it doesn't start raining, I'm going to clear it, and literally right after I clear it, just make sure it doesn't get rained on, I'm going to push it in here. Alright, I'm playing around with the coupe a little bit again. So this is a harness that goes through the engine bay, and it goes through that little hole right there, and then if you come in the interior, I think I just figured this out. So it's got the wires. So, okay, first of all, it bolts up to this fuse block here. So I already got that out. But then it's got a separate little thing that, it's this one, the glare in here is so bad, but it's this one that comes down and goes under here and comes up to here. And there's these two plugs on it. I think if I unplug these and clip those zip ties, I should be able to pull it out. We'll go ahead and unclip these two for the main interior harness, maybe. There we go. Pull this out of the way, and then it's right here. Pull this up. So in order to get that harness out, you have to take out this little plastic AC vent thing, and to get that out, you have to drop the steering column. So luckily for me, I've taken this out about 7 times before, so that's already unbolted. Pretty much, I just have to take out. These are all hand tight. Just take them out, and then it should just all fall out. So we got the fan blowing, trying to get all this overspray out because I don't want it inside the house. But, oh yeah, it started raining, so we pushed the car in, and I just went ahead and sprayed some clear on it. Here's a quick idea of how the finish came out. It's a little test coat. I'm probably going to end up spraying another coat on here, but that's actually where I'm going to leave off this video. The camera's about ready to die, so I'm just going to go ahead and end it here because this is really all we're going to be doing for a while. So, also, I'm not sure if I kept you guys updated, but I actually did figure out how to get this harness and the coupe out. It is right there. That all came out. It was kind of hard to fit it through the hole in the, like, I don't know what that's called, like hole of the hole of the firewall, or like inside the fender well. But that all came out. That looked good. So we can, after this dries, I'm actually gonna go ahead and actually I might actually start doing it now, but I'm gonna start cleaning up this harness a little bit. Probably take all this loom off and put new loom on it, and just check on all the wires, make sure nothing's like not good, not like corroded or anything, and make sure everything's gonna be alright so we can start putting it in this car. And then like after this dries, I want to get right into it. Like we're actually like I'm saying like a lot because I'm like really like excited to like get this car like running. So I really want to get this in here. I want to find a harness to put in here. This one's in here, but it's like we're not keeping that, so that needs to get in here. I will need to find a new harness off of locally or eBay or something, and then after that's in there, this car, I need to take the diff out of this, but then this car can go bye-bye. And once this car's out of here, we're throwing the engine right in it, and then all I have to do before we can start the car up is run some fuel lines. So I am pumped. I am super excited because I've had a whole year to work on this one. All I did was take it from a full like seized engine S13 down to this, and that's all I did in a year. But this one, I'm moving right along. I've had it for a month, maybe month and a half, and I'm already like, I'm moving. I'm happy. So stay tuned. I actually want to like get into this. I hope you guys are excited about this, but I am pumped.